Hi, Professor Colonna. This is Graham Healy for my persuasive speech that's due at 6 p.m. today. Say hi to my camera woman and my audience.
Hello, I'm Graham's mom.
Alright, this speech is going to be on ocean pollution and its effects on marine life and human life. The majority of the surface of our planet is covered by water. 71% to be exact, with 97% of that water belonging to our oceans. We often overlook the ocean because we as a species are designed to survive on dry land, and the ocean itself is saltwater, and thus not consumable by humans. The ocean is nothing to scoff at, though. Hundreds of millions of years ago, the ocean housed and grew the first life form on Earth, and to this day still houses life. So why then are we throwing our waste into the ocean, the very source of life on this planet? Maybe it's because humanity feels the ocean is insignificant compared to their own problems. I, however, think the ocean needs more help than ever before, for the marine life's sake and for humanity's sake. One of the largest problems plaguing our ocean's health is none other than plastics. Nowadays, plastic is everywhere. It's in our homes, at our work, and even at our vacations. Plastics make up many different everyday objects, and unfortunately, those objects can end up in our oceans. What's even more unfortunate is that plastics take years, if not decades, to decompose, even when exposed to an oceanic environment. The ocean does have an effect on the various plastic products floating around the ocean, though. It slowly chips away or erodes the plastic, causing it to fragment into thousands of microscopic pieces. Although the pieces become smaller, they actually become more dangerous due to the fact that marine creatures can ingest these pieces. In an article by Luis Gabriel Barbosa about microplastics and its effects on ecosystems, he states that microplastic ingestion has been observed in a range of animals of commercial interest that are consumed by humans as food, including fish and crustaceans. What this means is that humans who ingest seafood could potentially intake microplastics into their digestive systems, where too much could cause issues with digestive organs and the health of the individual as a whole. If this keeps up, then the only thing floating around our oceans won't be any fish, but instead all the plastic we've dumped into it. Most people had probably already heard of plastics in the ocean before I had just talked about them. Now, however, it's time for a pollutant that is not well known despite being everywhere. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs for short, come from a wide range of sources, including car exhausts, oil, and any other organic combustion methods. When introduced to water systems, they can evaporate and spread into the atmosphere, disperse throughout the water, or settle with the sediment on the floor. As with the microplastics, these PAHs can work their way up the food chain, eventually reaching a fish that we may catch or eat. And once it's in our system, it'll mess up our insides quite a bit. According to Ezra Balsiaglu, in an article about PAHs and its effect on marine life and human health, she says that the health outcomes associated with PAH exposure include lung cancer, low birth rates, and reduced fertility. That's not all either. Long exposure to PAHs can cause cataracts, jaundice, and a specific type of PAH can also break down red blood cells. All the while, this and microplastics are becoming more rampant every day. However, it isn't all doom and gloom, as there are plenty of scientists and inventors who have already taken notice of the pollutants that plague our oceans. The main focus for these people are the plastics floating around the oceans. While some turn to technology to try to seek out a solution to rid the ocean of the plastics floating around in it, others like Andre Abreu and Maria Luisa Pedrati believed that the best way to prevent plastic pollution is to discover the source of the problem and focus on fixing that first. The source, of course, would be humans and their daily use of plastic products. Andre and Maria, in their article about plastic pollution in the ocean and solutions on land, state that the awareness of the concept is the best way to get people to change how they use or don't use plastic products. By raising awareness, the general public would be more mindful of plastics and would likely opt to use less or no plastics at all. If they had to, they may consider recycling the plastic so that less plastic goes to waste and less plastic needs to be produced. When it comes to our planet being 71% ocean, it would be ignorant to flat out ignore the fact that our pollutants are slowly killing its ecosystem. And if its ecosystem dies, then ours likely will too. I hope with this speech I have raised your awareness on the topic and have given you all a reason to care about our planet's health and our ocean's health. Thank you.